Every organization is out there for a reason. They're solving a problem for their customers. If you don't have your entire team and the entire organization getting together to understand what we're doing for people and why we exist, I think there's a problem.
Originally, my brother and I launched the company in 1998. We created this turnkey e-commerce website that was geared around business networking hardware. We pretty quickly kind of had our first entrepreneurial epiphany, and that was that at the time there was significant need in the small and medium business sector for outsourced IT support and services. In fact, in the late 90s, literally there were a significant amount of companies that were still operating on paper. And so we started to help them with their original digital transformations from paper to computer systems. We've kind of evolved a lot, for over the last 24 and a half years. Ultimately, we've settled on providing managed services and managed security services, or in other words, outsourced IT support services and cybersecurity solutions to small and medium businesses and small and medium enterprise.
The product we sell is our people. And so if we're not people first, then what are we? And that was non-negotiable for Eric and I, and the same thing with Earl. That was our number one focus, is our team members and their experience and how we can make their lives better.
If we're able to provide an environment where our team members can be happy and fulfilled, they create an experience and outcomes for our clients that make those clients happy, right? We strive for a culture of collaboration, of connectiveness, of support, knowing that your team members have your back, right? When you need them to help, complete a project or solve a problem that you're just not familiar with, you have a network of individuals that are available to help you, get things across the finish line, and again, produce the right experiences and outcomes for the other people in the organization, but ultimately the clients. Our core values are our North Star. That is how we live and behave within this organization. When things get a little squirrely, that's our foundation. That's what we come back to. Some of those values include things like absolute ownership, outwit and outgrit, a culture of inclusion, financial stewardship, assumption of positive intent. We have 7 total core values, and they are things that we've been very mindful about crafting together as a team to decide, what is the DNA of our organization and what is the DNA of us as people within this organization.
There was just so much effort put into nailing these down and making sure that they aligned with our mission as a company, both internally and externally for our clients, and then for everyone that works at Nexus, and what Nexus's goals were for its internal employees.
So I think my very favorite value, and it's hard to pick just one, is absolute ownership. It's changing the way we get work done. As I take absolute ownership and make it part of who I am, I'm not looking to pass the buck to someone else and say, they're not accomplishing it. In the end, I get to own it, both the good and the bad. And I like that. I was a wrestler in high school, and wrestling is a team sport, but it's also a very individual sport. And that's how I feel with this, that we win as a team, but also as individuals, we can grow, we can change and stretch ourselves and become who the best version of ourselves is. And we have to reinvent that every day. And that to me is very exciting.
The way we see our relationship with our clients is exactly that, a relationship, right? We want to be part of their team, and we want to understand the ins and outs of their business so that we can really support them. And it creates great relationships. We have clients that will call in. We know them by name. They know us. They'll ask for specific techs that they've worked with in the past. And it creates an environment where they feel like we know them and we care about them, and we get the same in return. It's something that I really appreciate. And then with our coworkers and with fellow employees, like I said before, it's just a team where everybody is in it to help each other out, and we never want to see anybody fail, right? So that's something that makes me feel confident every time I come to work. I know that I have a team that I can rely on, and I hope that they can, rely on me as well.
We help people every day. Sometimes when you get stuck in the middle of a really hard project, you can lose sight of that, but so many times there's nothing better than having someone just say, listen, I couldn't work today and you helped me work. And that's like the greatest high I think you can get, is helping people.
Hi, my name is Brianna Rochelle. I am, what do I do? Okay, let me restart.
Well, for me, I have a massive ego, right? So anytime somebody can fan that, no, just kidding. It's
I can do it again. So I clean up most of the messes that Earl causes, let's be honest. I'm just kidding.